Veracross will be used to set up a homepage for each of your classes. And on this homepage, we will include links to your various digital learning resources. Some basic requirements for your Veracross page. You'll need a header, and you can see here, this is an example of a web page set up for Design 9, Section 5. And underneath that, we have one of the requirements, which is a basic header or welcome to the course. Another requirement is a course overview, which you could quite easily repurpose from other documents you will have for your department. Another requirement will be a illuminating image. Here I have one of the MYP design cycle. And I've also in this example included a brief description of the main projects in Design 9, as well as available support times. And the last requirement for your Veracross website is a link to any digital resources you are already using. So in this example, I have a link to a Google Classroom here. Okay, so let's look at how to create a page. To do that, you'll of course need to log into Veracross. Once you're logged into the faculty portal, you see a list of all the subjects that have been assigned to you. In this example, I'm going to develop a website for Section 4 of Design. And you'll see underneath that a link for the gradebook and website. And we're just going to go and click Manage Website. As you can see, a new tab opens with that section and a blank canvas for you to create a website. And when you load your website, the first area that it brings you to is the timeline. But we're actually going to be creating a new page, and that page will act as our home page, the landing page that we looked at earlier for your parents and students. You can see here I don't have any published pages or none in draft, so we're going to go ahead and create a new page. And here we all need to give the page a title, and this is where I recommend using your course title. So I'm going to rename this Design 9 4, and then continue to the editor. Okay, and here we have the ability to use various features to build up a page. So as we saw earlier, we're going to add a header as a welcome for the course, and then following the header, we will add a text and image widget to the main section here, and that will include our course overview and an illuminating image. And then following that, we will add a button with a header above that as well. It will link to a Google Classroom in this example, or you could add multiple buttons to various other resources. So let's go ahead. I'm going to click header, and you then click in the main area which changes the editor here. And right here, I'm just going to simply put a welcome message. And you could link this to something, but we're not going to worry about that. I am going to change the color. I quite like to use blue in this design, and I will change the size to large. And then I'm going to click done. So here we have added our first requirement, which is a header. Let's add the second requirement, a course overview with an illuminating image. So I'm going to click on this widget here, and a simple box appears. Here I will repurpose the course overview you saw for my 9.5 class. So I'm going to just copy this one and then paste here. All right, and then you can see we have a placeholder for an image. So I'm going to go ahead, and I have on my desktop already prepared an image of the design cycle. Here you see we have options for the sizing, and it's a good idea too when you have a lot of text on a site to chunk it up into digestible bits. So I'll do that here, just like that, and click done. Okay, so we've added a header, we've added a course overview, approximately 70 to 100 words, and an accompanying image. And the last remaining requirement is to add some links to some existing resources you may be using. So I'm going to add another header below this. I'm going to keep consistent the blue I'm using here, and I'm just going to call this useful links, and the size is okay. I'll click done, and then below that subheading I'm going to add a button, and once I click the button the editor loads, and this button will be a button to our Google Classroom. And then click the chain link, and then here I will include a link to the classroom, and then click done. So now we can go up here and click publish, and this is an interesting feature for Veracross. You can create one page and publish it to multiple sections of a course that you teach. So in this example, I'm not going to do that, but you could tick all the different sections you're teaching and publish it to those all in one go. And I'm going to click publish. Right, that brings you back to the website area. You can see I have published this page, and the last step is to assign this page that we've made as the home page for your website. So you'll see there's a small wheel here, and we can simply click this button here to set that as the home page. So how does it look? Well, we can go up here and see the site that parents and students will see. Go ahead and click that, and there we have it.